Air way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No decaf, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no decaf. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no decaf. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the Cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with pimps over simps. Church, real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no decaf. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get, man. Come on, press play, press play.
Hey, Elevated, what's going on, man? You know what it is. We back in here like we left our wallet and keys, man. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, man. It's going down. Man. Hey.
Yesterday.
You sound like you kind of bottled up, like talking in the bottle. Say so.
What about? Can you hear me now?
Oh, loud and clear, Captain.
Okay.
Like Verizon, Dickie Foster. What's happening? Calypso. Yeah, mount up. Hey, yeah, man. Hey. Pups got you working, boy, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm just that yesterday was the first day I really fooled with them. I gave them goat's milk for the first time.
Yeah,
They did real good.
Yeah,
They did real good.
Man.
Shit, all their teeth are out.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So I'm just they'll get to drink goat's milk probably 2 times today. I'll pull Vixen out a little later, and they'll have it 2-3 times today, and then I'll put Vixen back in there tonight.
Yeah.
And if they drink it good and eat because I'm gonna mix food into it tomorrow. If they start eating that good, then I'm gonna pull Vixen out.
Hey, how often you feed your dogs, man? Once a day?
Once a day, yeah. Yeah, once a day when I soak it.
When you feed your pups, you feed them 3 times a day right now?
Yeah, I will whenever like I take over for Vixen. I'll be feeding them 3 times.
Yeah, so you feed them 3 times, and then because how I do it, man, I don't know, I get the best results, but at the same time, like I'm not dealing with litter after litter per se. So more often than not, I'm working with 1 pup at a time. I would start feeding them 3 times a day, and I do that real short, and that's 8 weeks, between 8 weeks and 3 months, and then I break it at two times a day, and then still when they a pup, I just feed them once a day, but I max that bowl out, it's overflowing, and I let them grow into the bowl. You know what I'm saying? So like as they growing, they eat more, but the food stays the same, man. That's a formula that's always worked for me, man. And I like the dogs; they grow into themselves real well. Genetics play a part too, but you know.
Yeah, I like to let them eat as much as they want to.
Yeah.
If I really can.
Yep.
I mean, that's why I've been liking the automatic feeders that I've built.
Yeah.
I've pretty much just trumped it up to, if I got a dog that's active, that runs around all the time and shit, it's getting an automatic feeder.
Yeah.
It just makes it so much easier. They look better all the time. Like, I know it's not typical of our breed, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been, if you'd have mentioned automatic feeder to me 3-4 years ago, I'd have been like, bullshit. Yeah, right. But now, I mean, I've built it out of material they can't really mess with, so. Like this PVC pipe, though, it's
hey, Calypso says, I heard a breeder say something about if you're a breeder and you sell a puppy and the buyer says he received a bullish puppy, that breeder should keep sending him a puppy till he gets a good one. Time out real quick. But I can't. So I saw a comment on the last show also saying, what if the buyer, you send the buyer a couple of pups and he consistently saying they're not good pups? Is it the buyer or is it, you know, the dog? But you know, so what do you think?
If I send him 2 pups and he tells me that both of them were shitty, then he ain't getting another one.
Yeah,
there ain't no way. You're just too damn picky at that point.
Well, I try to, you know, from a buyer perspective, and I, you know, if I was pushing a dog out there, I would try to do it on a reverse side too. That's why I was saying stuff like paying top dollar for these dogs to a certain extent when you dealing with the public per se. You know, from a business perspective and the time and effort that you put in, I would want my the dogs to have to make a certain cut by a certain age. So if I was, and you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, I'm just speaking hypothetically. I would keep my dogs until they were about 8 months, and I will put my imprint on them. And you gonna buy my dog, my imprint, and what I say it is what it's gonna be. And I need to know you, your personality, and everything about you, and what you want, so I can give you the best I can put the best dog in your hands that fits that. And if you don't like it, you know, I would try to work something out or whatever. But at the same time, I know I've done my due diligence in the matter. And I know for a fact that this dog is leaving my yard and going to you. And it is what I say it is. You know what I'm saying? And my standards will be low as far as the basic standards of what I want it to be. I'm not saying it's got to be a super dog. It just meets the basic criteria of my program. That's all. Yeah.
On my buyer's agreement, it says that if the first pup don't meet, you know, you to satisfactory, then I'll give you another one off of a different litter. I'll take it back and give you another one off the different litter. But I'm not gonna do that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
I think it was a little bit differently than what he think it was. It was based off of the super American flag Christmas tree pedigree dogs. That certain line of stuff that when the people sell it to you, they, you know, you looking at that before you even looking at the dogs that was bred. Not saying you in particular, you know what I'm saying, not coming for you, but I'm just saying that your average person trying to buy that shit, they see that shit and then you don't know what they charging for that shit. It could be 5 racks for that lit up shit. And then you sell it to somebody and then it don't even make, you know what I'm saying, it don't even want to work. You can't even really condition the joker, let alone anything else. And your name on it, and you around here. And I'm not saying nobody in particular, but let's say the person you bought that dog from, they be, you know what I'm saying, advertising like, goddamn it, like the hem peel, goddamn it. Yeah, commercial on YouTube is the hem's peel, goddamn. So if you know what I'm saying, your name on it, and you just sold it to somebody, and you know this person got a little platform, and they can speak about the dog. Now,
Yeah.
come on, let's fix this. Now, if it was
Well,
just some regular dogs, you know what I'm saying, and we ain't gonna call nobody dogs regular, but it's in
mhm,
the eye of the beholder when he's trying to buy it from you or
yeah,
get a stud from you. It ain't you looking at your stuff; it's the beholder looking at your stuff. So they might see regular dogs if it's just
yeah.
not lit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It just
nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I said this last week, this earlier this week, and I said it earlier today, man. For me, from the perspective that I look at it, I am only looking at the dog that's before me or the family that's before me. If I'm on somebody's yard, that's all I'm looking at. And to be honest, I look at that and I pay attention to it, but I'm still more focused on the dog that's before me, the dog that's gonna come into my hands, and the things that I'm looking for. And I'm looking at if I can see the family in the hall. That has nothing to do with the pedigree at that point in time, to me, because like I say, man, it's a whole bunch of bloodlines. It's a whole bunch of stuff out there that I have yet to see with my own eyes, like in
right.
the physical, in the physical, and it's a lot of
Me too.
dogs that I have had yet to lay my hands on. And it's
Me
so
too.
easy. It's so easy to get yourself in a tunnel vision, thinking that because you grew up hearing about this one particular line or this cross or whatever the case may be, this is all it is. So when you
Mm.
going out, the first thing you looking for is the pedigree, so you can find that and you can run with that. And you might end up with a dud. You might end up going a hole down a rabbit hole that you should have never went down. So I try to look at it with naked eyes and look at the dog that's directly before me. Forget the paperwork, forget everything else. I'm looking at what can I do with this dog? How can I use this dog? Will it work with what I got going on? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people just, like I say, they set their expectations too high. And that's why I was saying about like and I, like I say, this is hypothetically speaking. If I was a breeder and I wanted my dogs to leave a stamp, I'm not letting them go until they 8 months, because I can guarantee you a bill of health. Because that's the one thing that I would, you know what I'm saying, that can happen. Giving a pup out or something like that, things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got to
Then,
replace the pup that way. So
then,
I'm going off.
then the 8-month-old puppy will be able to take care of himself.
But I'm saying I'm going off a full spectrum. I'm going off a complete checklist. So if I had a buyer, and that's why I would charge top dollar for my dogs, if I were to go that route as a breeder. You know what I'm saying? If I had, let's say I had a litter of 5, and I had five people that are buying these dogs, I got 8 months to do what I can do with these dogs to build them towards what you are asking for. I can assess them, I can temperament test them, whatever you trying to do or whatever the buyer is trying to do. I'm directing it towards you. So if this is what you asking for, I'm going to give you the best that I can give you to what you're asking for. If I don't have it, if I can't do it, I can't do it. If it's not that, it's not that. But I can put a stamp on this dog can do the basics of what you were asking for, and this is the best dog for you, for your lifestyle and what you got going on. And you gonna pay me top dollar for it because I put in a hell load of work. But the health is guaranteed. My stamp on the dog is guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? The direction of you know what I'm saying? That my program, the stuff that I want to release is going to be released, and I can assess the dogs that I want to keep in my program to push it forward. And that's just how I would do it, checking all the boxes. And I think if you go about it in certain, if you into that, I think if you did that, it'd be less room for error. Even though it's always going to be some BS involved, no matter what you do.
Yeah. So everybody that's in the chat, put the most common age you get pups at.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just see what's the most common age people gets pups at in the comments.
I mean, shit, people be letting them motherfuckers go at 8 weeks sometimes. Shit, they be off the
shit. If you get
that's
one
a
from
wide
me,
variety.
if you get one from me, I want you to come and get it at 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But I've had them split off the mama a lot longer than most everybody else has.
Yeah.
So my pups mature faster than most of the dogs I've ever had from anybody else. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the process of me breaking them off so early. Because, like, you can influence a dog's maturity the same way you can influence a boy, you know, turn into a man's maturity. You know what I mean? You can. So, like, you have a little bit of play, like, choice in that. You know, like, litters that are left together for a lot longer, they take a little longer to mature. And I don't mean, like, turn on and all that shit. I'm just talking about actual maturity. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, I don't know. If I want you to be as happy as I can with that puppy, I want you to come and get it as young as you can get it. Because therefore you can build a bond with it that's irreplaceable.
And that's what I'm talking about, the imprint. A lot of those imprints are put on those pups in that stage right there. Yep. So if you had that pup at that stage, however that pup is kept in the whole nine, it's going to transfer forward. So, you know, getting a dog at a young age, man, and getting into the owner at a young age, that's a good thing also, you know, if they know what they're doing, for sure.
Yeah, I hate for somebody to buy a dog from you at a year. A year and it's a dud.
Yeah. But Matt Doctor say, bro, like I said, I never picked the baddest of my litters, only the runts if they survive. And that's like you know, what I take from that is the same thing. That's kind of like how Dre is. Dre not taking the runt. Sometimes he'll just take what's the last of the litter, what's left over, because he believes in the process. He believes in his program. He believes, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting from Mad Doctor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He believes in his, you know, his process, his blood, and the whole nine.
Okay, so here's a little bit different area on this. Okay, so I traded a pup for some wood that I did my ceiling and stuff with, right? And real good guy. He took it and he was feeding it or whatever, and we're pretty sure that it got choked on its food and passed away. And like, if you feed the dog and walk away and it chokes to death on its food, I don't have to replace that puppy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I have 20-something dogs, and when I'm standing out there, and that's not including the puppies right now, but when I'm standing out there, I stand out there until they're done eating. You know how many times I've pulled food out of a dog's mouth and just tried to sculpt it down and could have potentially choked to death?
Yeah. So,
well, hold on. I feel like a person should. I depending on how long you and not even pit bulls, as long as how long you ever had dogs in your life, you should know to take that medicine bowl and that grinder, and not the grinder, but that stick, that ceramic stick, and grind down that food. Come on now.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, no, I mean, so by the time he got that puppy, it was eating hard food. You know what I mean? But the thing is like, just not sitting there watching them. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And but the thing is, so if you own hunting dogs, they don't typically have that problem. I've never heard of a hunting dog choking to death on its food. I don't know what the difference is, but so these hunting guys, they'll feed them and go in the house and eat supper themselves. You know what I mean? That's literally most of them's routine. They'll feed their dogs. As soon as they're done, they'll go in there and eat supper themselves. That way they feed their dogs first. You know what I mean? It's just a mental thing for a lot of these guys. But so I don't think he really even knew about that being a possibility.
Has anybody ever asked you to replace a puppy that you sold him?
No. I've never. No, out of 57 puppies, I've never been asked to replace one.
Okay.
Hey, but
that's not including these 10 right here either.
Yeah, man, and that's, you know, Hemi James said something, man, because he said a healthy pup bred, as said, will be my only expectation. Now, does the new owner of the Grand Champion own the breed of something? Own the breed of something? I think own the breed of something. But this is what I'm saying though, like, man, a lot of people that I know will say, man, I can only guarantee you the dog to the end of the driveway.
To the driveway.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real. I mean, that's real. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
real.
You gotta put stipulations on that stuff like that, because there might be somebody that's just fucking careless. You know what I mean? He might act like the greatest guy to you to your face, but then just straight up careless when he gets at home.
But
Yeah.
but
So
wait, elevated. But wait. You now upon the sale of that dog, it might be some stipulations. They might make some agreements that
Yeah, there's a
most
buyer's
people don't
agreement.
make. But they might go past that depending on what type of situation or what type of dogs they talking about here. You know what I'm saying? You might spend 5,000 on it. You ever charge somebody 5,000 for a puppy?
No, no.
Okay, so let's
The
this
most
a
anybody's
hypothetical.
ever
This a
paid is
hypothetical
1,400.
scenario. It's a scenario. You got grand champion, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You bred it to champion, goddamn it, oops, I did it again.
mm-hmm.
And you charge him 5,700 for the puppy. And matter of fact, it's 6 weeks. And you tell him if it don't work out, come back and get you another one. But
Mm-hmm.
then you got some shit that you selling for 500. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Are you gonna make that same agreement that you making with the oops, I did it again breed?
Uh, so there's a buyer's agreement, right? And that I have written up, and there's got all the stipulations to cover me and the buyer. You know what I mean? So the price, the buyer's agreement is written, and you fill in the blanks for everything else. You know what I'm saying? So like you would choose how much the puppy's deposit was, how much it was worth. It even says in the buyer's agreement that if you get the puppy from me and you take it to the vet and have it vet checked and can show me them records, that if your puppy passes away, I'll give you another one.
Yeah,
For no
but
extra money.
see, this is what I'm saying. Like, most of these issues won't happen if you do your due diligence. Because if a real issue happens, man, it's taken care of in some form or manner. But story time though. Out of Michonne's litter, my dog's litter, there was a male, and I'm talking about this is a good male. And we did the we did the temperament test, and we went through the pups, and I like that male. It was going to a single owner, like a one person owner, and this person wanted to have a running companion, somebody to go, a dog to go running with. The guy gets the pup, and he's feeding the pup raw, just straight raw, nothing else, no vegetables, no nothing. And it started to mess with what it's gonna do. It's gonna mess the dog up, and man, stuff like that can happen all the time, man. Like you were saying, elevated, they can come across as saying that they know what they doing or educated or anything like that, man, and go and mess up a pup. And then they gonna point the finger at you and say, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? You gave me a bad pup. And and that stuff happened a lot. And now they're giving you back a pup that they have handicapped to a certain extent, and now you got to play doctor. You know what I'm saying? Not only do you got to play doctor, you either got you either got to house the pup and keep the pup. You gonna doctor the pup up, or you gonna place the dog with somebody who's an educated dog, man, who knows what to do and willing to take the dog, man. And that's a whole issue in itself, man, because a lot of people try to say they know what they're doing, but a lot of people don't. And my rule of thumb, man, if you don't know what you're doing, straight kibble. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You damn near can't go wrong with kibble if you don't know what you're doing.
Soak the shit out of it and then feed it to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let it get
Big
soft.
A with the scenario.
It'll ingest it the best.
Yeah.
You can even throw give it a probiotic pill. Don't pour. Now, if it's a powder designed to pour over the food, then you can do that. So this is something I don't know if the dog community, many people knows. You know how you buy the pills of probiotics?
Yeah.
And a lot of people bust them open over their dog's food. The dog's saliva starts destroying those probiotics before they even get into the stomach. Them probiotics won't even make it to your dog's stomach if you do it like that.
Wait, say that one more time. Say Back up. Say that one more time.
If you take a bowl of food and bust two probiotic pills over it, right? None of them probiotics will hardly even get into your dog's stomach. I mean, I'm sure some will, but not like if they took the pill and then it dissolved in their stomach. So whenever you're feeding your dogs probiotic pills, give them the whole pill. Don't bust it open on food. That's the little tip for the dog community.
Okay.
Because I've seen it where they didn't even work. Like, it was like there was no effect. And then I started giving them the capsules, the whole capsule, and I was like, okay. And I researched it, and no, you're not supposed to bust them open.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, how much money y'all think I'll make if I just go ahead and go to veterinary technician school?
Man, I don't know why you have it, man. We would love to have one on the squad, bro.
You know, it's looking, my future looking brighter. You know, I just needed a better next move. I needed a job closer to my house. And I can, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, shit, so you go to veterinary tech school, but then if you go get like another certification, like with welding, you go get like another AWS certification, and you can move higher up. So I think it's like maybe another certification, damn near and a half, after you go to veterinary tech school and you make the big bucks. But what I'm trying to do is be able to, if something go bad, a accident, you gonna rush it to me.
Yeah.
Gonna bring them to me.
Hey, not to change this. Well, I am. I wanted to, if we could talk on this for a second, man, just a brief second. Okay. We was at the cookout, man, and Toyo gave me the business, man. You know what I'm saying? About the Hulk, right?
Right.
So I'm asking from a business perspective, because I don't fool with bullies. I've had bullies. I don't fool with exotic breeds. Never had like a real exotic breed. Never went that direction at all. I only like what I like, and I fool what I fool with. But the pup's going for $20,000 a pup, right? If I was given a female dog, just giving a female dog from the Hulk with breeding rights back to the Hulk, I would give that dog to somebody else who has a yard and can do their own thing and already going in that direction, and we can split the profit. Give me 20%, you keep 80%, and I would take that and fund my program. Do you think I'm out of line for that?
Like,
how you gonna ask it like that?
What do you mean by
how you gonna ask it like that, though?
About it,
No, I'm just saying
about it. Would you think that third partying like that through his stuff would be out of line?
No, absolutely not. No. Because nah, man. Because I, and I agree with both sides of the ball. Because I'm really not for exotic stuff at all, man. So I'm kind of being a hypocrite on my damn self, to be honest. But like, you drop a litter of 10 at 20,000.
Yep.
Man, what? Give me 20 every time you drop a litter, man. You do your thing. I'm sitting there on the sideline. I don't want to pup or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me personally, man. Thinking outside the box.
When I was doing the bully thing before I acquired Maggie, I was actually talking to Marlon about buying a daughter a Hulk.
Yeah,
because my dog was bigger and more athletic.
Oh, shit.
I would never buy it. I'm just saying if it was given to me, like I would like. It's been plenty of dogs that's been trying to get that has been offered to me from other breeds. I don't take it because my heart ain't in it or anything like that. Plus, I don't want to deal with it anyway. But I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You drop that in my hand with breeding rights. I don't want nothing to do with it, but I'm gonna try to send somebody.
You remember them same people that kind of tried to gatekeep me?
No.
I told you when I was young, they told me I'd have to buy a dog from them to be able to sell dogs.
Yeah.
That right there is why I would have bought that bitch. And Brad heard of my Colt dog. And then
I wouldn't.
How could they have competed selling pups House of
Yeah.
Beds competed selling pups over my Hulk dogs in this
Nah,
area. Everybody knows
yeah.
who Hulk is.
Nah, I wouldn't have did that. Nah, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
This dog wasn't what you'd necessarily think.
Yeah.
Hulk,
Nah.
if you pay attention, Hulk is the only one that is freakishly that big.
Yeah, I don't even like the dog. I don't like the dog. I don't like anything about none of that stuff, to be honest. But I mean, you know, if somebody else into it and that's their thing,
now,
and I could put them in position to do their thing, man, go do your thing. Just kick me back 20%.
The one thing I don't understand, right, is he's big and everything, but Marlins own some real fucking bulldogs, dude, throughout the time. You know, like that dog Ace. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I really don't. Like, I've seen like
if you can pull up his video, Ace the Super Dog. Pull that video up. And that dog right there, I'm telling you, I'd have took anything off that motherfucker. But he was a real pit bull.
Well, check this out. This is my thing. And you know what I'm saying? And this is just me, and this is just how I look at it. And I go with what I like. If I know that you have multiple breeds on your yard, I don't care. I damn near don't care what you really kind of working with, because I know you a scientist in the back of my mind, and I know you pulling all types of concoctions. You might not tell me. It's all good. You might be building the next prime time breed, for all I know. But I'm sticking with my breed. So I would fool with somebody that like damn near just legit, unless they my partner and I know them to a certain extent. If you have multiple breeds on your yard, bullies, mastiffs, pits, I'm probably not even gonna look that direction. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own. Yeah.
Well, that's where when you bring in the term business,
yeah.
At a certain point, people get to where they don't let their opinion affect them getting the money.
And respect to them. Hey, respect to them. If that's what they own, that's what
I have a hard time doing that. But I do know people that breed dogs that they don't even necessarily want, but they do it for money.
Tony say I'm a scientist. Salute, Tony. Yeah, but I'm just saying, man. But at the same time, like, it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is, man. But like, you know, I salute the fact that he did his thing, as far as that was a dog that kind of put him on it, and you know, pushed his whole program to the front, and made him, you know, pushed him over the hill, man. You know, so. But like I was saying on Toyo stuff, man, I think that they pushing it the wrong way, man. Because if it were me and I had a dog like that, I'm not saying it's a pit bull. I'm saying whatever breed I want it to be, because I'm creating my own breed. I'm not trying to steal fame off another breed name, you know? Yeah.
So most of the time when people call something a breed that it's necessarily not, it's to be relevant to whatever's like up, you know? Like,
it's a fad.
Pit bulls were part of the fad, so he called them pit bulls and like another reason he probably called them pit bulls is because think about how many kids and like young dudes are looking up pit bulls, you know, just that. And then when they look up pit bulls,
stealing the fame off another breed's name.
Well, then when they look up pit bull, they find it. Like, a lot of people does that shit. If anybody's ever put somebody, you know, made a video going to South Bottom Kennels, same thing. You know what I mean? Like, we all do that. Like, you know what I mean? My first ever YouTube video had over 14,000 views. You know why?
What's up?
It said Tom Garner's Pig Picking was the title.
Yeah, but I understand that. This is one thing I do understand, man. You go look at the thumbnails. Anybody put a thumbnail and they got Gardner face on it, it's gonna get views, you know, off of Gardner's face and Gardner's name. Salute to Gardner, you know what I'm saying? But they getting that fame off of somebody else's name. It's just point blank. I'm gonna put it out there. You getting fame off of somebody else's name. You know what I'm saying?
When I did it though, not everybody's thinking about it when they do it, because when I did it, I didn't think that motherfucker was gonna get that many views. And then like 3 weeks later, I looked and was like, holy shit! Like I didn't even think about it when I put elevated kennels with the Baumgartner pig picking. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think about the fact that it was gonna blow up because of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand that. But me thinking from a business perspective, marketing perspective, if I was the first person with a tri-colored bully, that's not a bully, that's me. You know what I'm saying? This is the only place that you can get this tri-colored bully from. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a bully. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Whatever breed, a Goals breed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is that breed. You know, it's not going to be recognized as a breed legitimately, but I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? You can only get these dogs right here. You know, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, so man. Instead of my bad, but instead of just saying, "Hey, this is a pit bull," you know, yeah, and then I wouldn't want the that stank on you to be on you for using the name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, so okay, when a German Shepherd guy is out in town, right, and he sees one that he can tell is mixed, okay, and then he goes up, the person says, "Yeah, this is a German Shepherd from Germany. It's for bite dogs." Okay, hold up. The bulldog guy in us wants to be like, "No, it's not." Right? They don't give a fuck. They're not going to go around telling.
It's a pride thing. Pride.
Well, like, they don't care. They're not going to go. No, I'm talking about the German Shepherd guy that owns the real ones in the store. He ain't going to go around correcting little lady with her knockoff German Shepherd. You know what I mean? He don't care. They don't do that in other breeds. We're the only breed that does that shit. Besides Plot Hound. Besides Plot Hound.
It's a lot. There's a lot that come with it. It's a lot that come with it. And like I say, man, you know, that's like me trying to say, you know, I don't know, man. You know, I watch boxing, so you know I can box. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to start, you know, that way, trying to get people to view me that way, and it's not that way. But speaking of German Shepherds, man, there was this German Shepherd that got out on this in the neighborhood. It made the news or whatnot. It's on YouTube. I have to go look it up. But the German Shepherd is a police canine. The police canine gets loose, is running the streets, runs up on a man and attacks him. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about giving him the business, the business. The man is literally fighting for his life. And it wasn't a big thing about it. It's a police dog. You know what I'm saying? He did what he was supposed to do. He's trained to do that.
He did it for no reason, or he did it because he's supposed to?
What? Where's the improper management? You know what I'm saying? Like if it were on the flip side, you already know, you know, and it'd be crazy, man.
So wait, he got hit for no reason?
Man, let me see if I can find the video, man, because that's where I saw it was on YouTube.
What the police brutality at?
Man, look. Oh, and then there's another one. My bad. There's another one.
If you would have whacked that motherfucker, you'd have killed the cop.
Yeah, and that's man, that you getting charged for killing the cop. But check this out. There's another one.
If it was loose like that and run up on you in the neighborhood,
you seen the one where they had the
hold up. There's another one that
with the armored truck.
No, hold on. There's another one where a guy is running from the laws, and they got it from the helicopter view. A guy is running from the laws. He runs into a store. They let the police canine go. The dog is outside looking for the guy, and the guy got away. But it's another guy walks out the store and he's just walking to a car and the dog attacking. Yeah. Now what were you about to say?
So
I was going. Go ahead, Elevate. You trying to break down something down?
if you was just standing there, Supreme, in the yard, and that dog got loose out of its house, you know what I mean? Not like sent by an officer. If it got loose out of its house, off duty, right? It ain't even
off duty.
It ain't even on duty. If you killed that dog, I don't think you'd be charged for murdering an officer. I don't, because it's not falling under certain legalities. Like it was loose. It was unmanned. You know, unmanned. It didn't have nobody guiding it. Like if you at that point, if you killed it, that's self-defense, 100%. Whether or not it has a badge or not.
Yeah.
And I mean, in court, imagine a jury full of people, and you tell them a police dog run up on you and eat you up, and you shot it because you were scared for your life. They're not gonna be like, nope, he's horrible. He just shot that dog because it was running by. So
Man, I'm gonna be like, I got trauma, PTSD. Every time I close my eyes, I see a German Shepherd with 8-inch long teeth. I'm scared.
If that happens,
I'm scared to feed my dog. I'm scared to feed my dog. I think I need about 2 million.
Man.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like some of it, like they're a lot more lenient on pit bull owners in a way than we let out. You know what I mean? Because I've had my dogs get loose and run down the neighborhood and not do nothing. You know what I mean? I had a dog do that, and they weren't bad to me. They didn't even make me pay for. They gave me a rabies shot and everything, and they didn't even make me pay for it because I showed up like an hour later after they got it.
Man, my German Shepherd used to get loose all the time. My German Shepherd get loose once a week.
Dixie, the dog I showed you, the black and white bitch, she got loose and went a mile away and bit the neighbor. And they put her in dog jail for 2 weeks.
You went out.
Yeah, he went out.
Okay. Spam callers. But they put her in dog jail for 2 weeks, and then she got loose again and bit the neighbor's wife, and they put her in there for a month. And they didn't put her to sleep. If she would have bit somebody a third time, they would have put her to sleep.
Damn.
But she got away with biting 2 people.
Yeah.
Out of her with nobody around. My dad's at work. She's on a chain and gets loose. Like, at a certain point, like, it's hard to hold somebody responsible when they're doing everything they can, you know, and still have an accident.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more leniency than, you know, in some areas, I'm sure. Like in Kentucky, my buddy, there was no leniency on dogs there where he was at. But the town literally don't even have a red light. It has a yellow light that always flashes like them, like cars. The car thing.
Yeah.
It's an itty bitty town in Kentucky, and I mean the cops were crooked. They just took the cops down, so like that town was like strict. I was scared to be in it. I was genuinely scared to be in that town as an outsider. The only thing that saved me is me and Daniel don't look like criminals. So
yeah, man.
Boy,
man, I remember,
that was a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're riding around in a really, really clean old Ford work truck with a dog box on the back. Like, we just look like good old boys, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
they didn't bother us.
No, that's right.
Yeah, man.
So, I don't know if many people know this, but do you know how many good old boys there is around here that are men of color?
What you mean?
In my area?
What you talking about?
Like,
what you talking about, Elevator?
Southern, and it just like everything. They're just they fit the same culture as I do. You know what I mean? The hillbilly culture. We're all hillbillies. Like,
what you talking about, what you talking about, Elevator?
In my area, race is not a thing as much.
Right.
It's not. We don't take it into factor as much. Like J-Bo and them, I would love for them to come through. You know what I mean? Big Hill, I love it when he comes through. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about that. It don't.
Yeah, they be wanting to come through. I think they be having like dentist appointments and stuff.
Man,
know.
man, it is what it is, man. Like
Bible study and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, everybody. Everything's all good, man. It's all good. At the end of the day, man, like, man, we doing everything cool. I'm saying
everything cool, man. Motherfuckers just be you got to understand, Elevator. When we kick the shits, you know, it might sound like, you know, you might assume that we being like over seriously, but that's just us kicking the shit real hard. Like we just letting it all out, just kicking this. You know what I'm saying? It's just how, you know, we good old boys, like you said.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Nah, you know what it is.
Country is countrywide.
Yeah.
Like that old song. I love that shit.
Yeah, man. You know.
Like, okay, for look how there's a lot of similarities between me and Dre. We were raised in near the same area. We like a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay,
and I didn't even know it. He would go to talking about things, and I'm like, well, shit, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
But, you know, you'd be surprised what a lot of us have in common on the cool. But at the end of the day, like I say, man, we can talk about race. We can talk about dislikes and likes. We can talk about who getting along and who not. We can talk about the beef. We can talk about the good stuff. But hold up. But one thing that we always gonna end up coming back to is these dogs.
These dogs.
Yep.
And I make it even better. I put the icing on the cake. You know how many of my lazy black friends I done traded in for my white brothers with dogs?
Man, you know, it is what it is, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to understand, Elevator. We just be kicking the shit, bro. We like Eddie Griffin. You ever seen Eddie Griffin do stand up comedy?
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 Eddie Griffins, bro, and 2 or 3 Dave Chappelle's, and a couple, goddamn it, Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? We just be kicking this shit, bro. Bulldogging the bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Got a couple Cat Williams, a couple Bernie Mac.
Nah, man. But,
hey, I didn't know Bernie Mac died till not long ago.
Yeah, man, Bernie Mac been out the way, man. He has been out the way, man. Salute to Bernie Mac, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, salute to Bernie, man.
I was genuinely kind of bummed when I read that. I was like, what?
Yeah, man. There ain't no way Bernie Mac would be alive, and you wouldn't be hearing something about him, man. Bernie Mac always gonna make his presence felt, you know.
Hey, I think he would have not been on them podcasts either if he was still around. Shit.
Ain't no telling, man, because Bernie Mac had already made his. He was the one when it came to the TV sitcom. His was the most successful out the click. So
you were calling the. Would you call? I didn't mean to cut you off, but would you call him the king? Would you call him the king of comedy on that King of Comedy tour?
Yeah, without a doubt. But what I would say about Bernie is though, like he had already set his imprint in that industry. He was the first one. Yeah, he was the first one out the click, you know, to do it. And he was the first one to really start getting into movie roles. So if we were to fast forward from back then to today, Bernie Mac would probably, you know what I'm saying? I could see Bernie Mac being on series and you know, top tier movies and stuff. Them boys was trying to catch up to him as far as that.
I could see Steve Harvey being in the shadow if he was still alive.
Yeah.
Man, who is that?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie though, you know what I'm saying? All the extra BS and everything, man. Steve Harvey be out there getting it. He be working his tail off. He be working his tail off, man. I gotta give him that. I ain't gonna look at you.
I like listening to him talk. So that right there is worth $1 million.
Well, the only thing about Steve Harvey is Steve Harvey be lying his Man, he be lying. He be trying to, hey, you know what I'm saying? Man, you take that information and do what you want to. I tell you what. Look, time out. Hold on, time out. You listen to Steve Harvey and then go look at his daughter and then get back to me.
Listen, I listen. Hey, 102, 103 V. What's it called, babe? 102.7 V 103. That's his radio station every morning, Chicago.
Yeah.
Listen to him. Then I go listen to who that on one WGCI with the glasses.
Ricky Smiley.
Yeah. I be listening to him. You feel me? So I be comparing them and shit.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey be working his ass off, lying his ass off, and Ricky Smiley be trying to play catch up.
Yeah.
But I don't be ever seeing Ricky Smiley lie. But he will take some bogus roles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey man, when them comedians get to really beefing with each other, boy, hey man, they take the gloves off for real.
Oh. Who's the dog on a treadmill?
Yeah, he said. I knew a guy who drove to work with his hard hat on because he thought the cops wouldn't racially profile him. Hey, man, look, we used to have a thing, man, in St. Louis, like, man, especially if you was about to get out there and do something, man, put on the reflecting shirts, you know, like the construction shirts and all that, man. You be out in the middle of the night doing anything, anywhere, and ain't nobody messing with you at that time. Yeah.
Well, like in my town, we got such a bad dope problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's got enough time to worry about, you know, like even like and like they can't racially profile it's bad either in my area because of the Cherokee Nation. You know what I mean? Like they would, if our cops did that and then, you know, it was reported to the Cherokee and stuff, then they would be like, they could get shut down. Like it's
it's a reservation out there?
20 minutes for me.
Oh dang, I didn't know that.
I've been in real sweat lodges, like I said, my granny was full Cherokee, and then I had good buddies that were all Cherokee. So I've spent a lot of time over there. Been with them where they're Indian dancing, all that stuff. Like I love that place, dude. It's phenomenal. Yeah. I'm gonna go over there here soon, me and my fiance, and I'm just gonna video a bunch of stuff and I'll post it on my YouTube channel, just for everybody to see it. Because I can get in a few places that you can't just go to.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, you say Tony L say no caps. Yeah, I know them days, man. See the laws, we pulling them caps off quick. Used to.
I got pulled over one time with Mason in the car, and he acted vicious towards that officer. It was weird.
Yeah,
but I think he might have been trying to, like, you know, catch two young dudes out riding around. You know what I mean? Like being kind of grimy, anyways. Just kind of. Yeah. I think he kind of profiled us. We're two young dudes. You know what I mean? Out riding around by ourselves, like literally maybe 17 and 18. And he seen us, and I don't think he seen the dog in the back. And like when he walked up to the Jeep, man, Mason went nuts. And I had him by the collar, and he was like, I think he was going to search us, but then he was like, nah, y'all can go. Like, because Mason's just raising hell. And I don't think, and see, they don't want to bring their dog up there when you got a dog with you.
Yeah.
You know,
man, Big A, you want to hear a profile story, Big A?
Yeah,
I never got profiled. I never got profiled in my Mustang. But you know what I got profiled in? That SS Impala, all black.
Yeah. Well, that's a car. That's you in the Midwest. Okay, that car right there and the car prior to that, a lot of them was made in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those parts were made in St. Louis. That's why in Chicago, in St. Louis, you see a lot of those as police cars still to this day.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We never had those here as police cars.
Oh, it's big in the Midwest, or at least in that area. We
never had one of those. We had the Crown Vics then.
Y'all Crown Vics was getting smoked. Smoking them motherfuckers.
Up here, you can't go that fast too much anyways. There's always a curve that's going to slow you down.
Yeah.
So that's why our cop cars, they don't even really have to be that fast. Just to be honest with you.
They do out here, shit. They got everybody got what, a 5.7 there, a police car, Big A in them
Man,
cities.
I remember I used to drive ready mix trucks in St. Louis, man, 682 Teamster. And I remember we used to work out in Wellston, and we'd be out there in Wellston. It's like, it's the hood, and we would pull to the gas station when we leave. And I remember seeing this law, and it's like one of them precincts where they like Wellston ain't got no money, man. It's one of them, it's a messed up precinct. But the law this law got a new Charger, man. He in there revving that Charger like he ready to race in the lot. And I'm like, look at this fool, man. You know what I'm saying? They all hype and ready, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all boys, man. Mm-hmm.
So Hemi said any res dogs. I actually have been talking about that. I'm wanting to go and see a few yards over there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool because I might go to looking around and find more of my dad's blood. I really might. There's no telling. You know what I mean? That's where most of our dogs got sold to. So I might go snooping around over there talking to people and find more of my blood and not even know it.
Man, you might find something that you like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got too many profiling stories with dogs. With dogs. Hey, and I never got pressed, but the dogs actually saved me, to be honest. Yep. I'm being for real. They actually saved me, man. I'm just dirty as I don't know what, man. And
those right there, the ones I'm holding up, that's the 4 available.
Okay. What are they?
They're males.
All males?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 buckskin ones and 2 red-nosed ones.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's cute, man.
Hey, man, my daughter was like, puppies, all puppies are cute. And she was like, she started to question herself. She started to try to look up and see if she could find an ugly puppy. I said, "No, you ain't gonna find an ugly puppy, man. Unless that bad boy handicapped."
Now, when they grow up, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a super tight Zebo dog, and she was born with like a short face and stuff. She was super tight. Like it shouldn't have been done. It was like 3 or 4 times daddy daughter. It was not intentional. But I was like, and they only had one little female, and I was like, man, I'll take her. She's wild looking, so I'll take her. And she is a goofy looking little dog, bro. A guy come over that did AC work on Central Air and Heat, and he seen her because I had her with me, and he begged me to sell her to him. And he recently passed away, I believe.
Man.
Actually, so I don't know how to get a hold of anybody to find out what happened to her, but I only knew him, but she was wild looking. Like she was if any puppy was an ugly puppy, it was her. She looked like a little pug puppy.
Yeah, I like those pups that look like adults their whole life.
Yeah.
That
was Haywood. Yeah. He's always had a mature vibe his whole life.
Yeah, somebody had said it, and I was like, and I never noticed. Like, yeah, that's what I'll be down there looking for. What I would like to get, Yep. I've had them pups that, they got them extra big paws, and they look like they just flopping all around and stuff, man. Yeah.
So that video of the pups that was in the green basket towards the end. They were 2 weeks old there, and I was worming them.
What they looking like again today? You want to show them right now?
They're out there chilling. I can go out there. Yeah, they out there chilling. I let them drink goat milk one time yesterday, so they'll probably drink it 2-3 times today. Like when I get off here, I'm gonna give it to them, and I'll just start slowly tapering them to that.
Yeah, do you add like a drop of Dine in the goat's milk? I always do.
Whenever like I first do it, I don't add nothing but just the goat's milk, right? The first time, because I just don't want to add too much to where they maybe get like constipated or something.
Yeah.
The first few times, you know what I mean? And then as they get like 4 weeks over and stuff like that, I'll start adding things like that.
Yeah, no, I
a little bit of red cell, some dine, you know. I don't add them together. I don't add, if I'm gonna use red cell, I don't use dine, or if I'm gonna use dine, I don't use red cell.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you might can, but they both have vitamins and minerals in it, and I don't want to overload them on one or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you? Well, okay. I want to talk about your mishaps, man. Going about your throughout your whole process, man. What are some mistakes you've made?
I'm moving it so it don't kill me.
Yeah. What are some mistakes that you've made along the way? Because those mistakes, man, they make you better anyway, man. And you know what not to do. And some of those mistakes teach you you have to learn how to correct those mistakes also in the midst. So with that being said, I'm sure you brought plenty of pups back, through the birthing process and all of that, right?
So I've brought back two or three out of 57, and one of them, he was out for over 6-7 minutes. You know what I mean? So like, he had a little bit of problems. You could tell that his brain was deprived. 100% his whole life. You could tell that. And later in life, I've never seen this in any of my. It was the Mason and Bella stuff is what this dog was off of. But I don't have anything with Mason and Bella in it anymore. I don't own nothing. I lost my little female I was going to keep to Parvo, and then Jegs passed away. My brother's wife has Nitro, but he's fixed. The only thing I have that I could have access off of Mason to Bella would be no, not even that dog. He's in Tennessee, and I ain't talked to that guy in a while. But so like, I've kind of just like faded that one off of my stuff. Like, I seen a couple issues in it, and I'm just like, nah, you know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? Like, that was one thing that I didn't. And then when two of them caught Parvo, it was like they couldn't even fight it off. So I'm like, nah, they must be, you know what I mean? So I never even done nothing. What up, girl? That's a boy. Them two's about hard as hell to tell apart. The girl's over there. The boy's right here. But they're starting to get like spots on their feet and stuff. Yeah. The two red ones are right here. But yeah, so like I don't know, like I add stuff, like I'm gonna add stuff here later on. And like I also clean these shavings out of here whenever I do feed them. This old doghouse, this thing's, I just cleaned it yesterday, but it's all stained up. It's like some kind of, I don't know, like it's rough. They're barking.
Is stained?
Yeah, it gets stained. Like I washed it with a pressure washer yesterday, but it's stained. The material it's like sun. It's hard to explain. It's like really dry, so it gets stained. Okay. I'm about to build some new wooden dog houses for, but I'm gonna get.
What about mold? Do you ever have to deal with mold?
No.
Okay.
No, because the roof don't leak or nothing. It's just stained, like from the shavings. Like if I remove these shavings and stuff, the wood. See, this is naturally planed. Fresh planed. So like, it stained the box. The mama moving around in there, rubbing it all on the outside. It's mostly wood shaving stain. It's literally tannins from the wood.
Gotcha.
So man, this little guy here, he's going to Kentucky to Jay Gone Missing. Okay. Yep, and this one's going to my sister, this little red male. Yeah. Yep. And then that one, the little Mason clone, he's available. I believe. I've had a guy hit me up yesterday, so he'll probably send me a deposit. He might be taken. Okay. The little Mason clone. But I got the two little buckskin ones, and then the red male available. Yeah. Right here.
Yeah.
They're all happy. I can come right here and I can start like, and they'll start barking and shit. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yep, they're growling already.
Lil Jay say them pups look good, my brother. Them pups look good.
I appreciate you. They're 3.5 weeks old, and she had 10 of them, so she's done pretty good.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yep,
that's what's up.
I'm pretty proud of her. She done pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She been laying out here all morning.
Yeah,
that's another reason I start pulling them off at 4 weeks. They get tired of feeding them. You know what I mean? Especially when there's teeth sticking out.
Yeah.
They get mad. They don't. I mean, I've never seen one of my mama dogs get mad at them for it. But at the same time, you can tell that they're not wanting it.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to explain. But yeah, they're going to drink goat's milk 2 more times today, maybe 3. And then tomorrow, I'm going to add a little bit of canned puppy food.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add more puppy food. And then I'll add kibble to it eventually. And let it get soft. So I just switch them through the composition as I'm doing it. By the time they're 6 weeks old, they'll be eating hard food, hard puppy food.
Yeah.
And the reason I do that is because I've gotten dogs that we went and got them and they're literally still feeding on the mama, and I just do not like the result of that. It's harder to get them. They'll always drop weight when they go to a new home and stuff like that. Whereas if I do it like this, they don't drop weight. They just get big.
Yeah. Hey, we at that hour mark, man. But Tony M say my biggest mistakes with dogs came from trusting dogs and underestimating space needed. Probably cost me the most. Me too. I'm right there with you, Tony. And then hear me say, Elevated, do you tend to have large litters?
So yeah. 7 to 10 seems to be the numbers, but I had a litter that only had 2, and then Carson only had 6. But for the most part, it's been 7 to 10. I've had probably 4 or 5 litters at that number. This first one of 10 I've ever had.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. When she kept popping them out, I was like, hell yeah.
yeah. That's what's up, man. Man, you know what it is, man. Been kicking it with Elevated, man. Getting that elevated perspective, man. And we had that dog of the week, man. Ooh, it was some good dogs out there today, boy. It was some good dogs today, man. Y'all gotta step y'all game up. So do I. But man, we got the Digital Dog Show coming up at the end of the month, man. Over $600 in cash prizes on the spot. Dog of the week got paid today. Dog of the month is gonna get a free t-shirt and get paid on the Digital Dog Show date, man. If you're not a member, I don't know what you're doing. Elevated, what's going on?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you know what it is. We about to get up out of here, man. Yeah.
Come here. Hold up. So this is Eleanor. I bred her back to Mason. This is Mason's granddaughter, top and bottom.
Yeah.
And she's definitely got some in there.
Yeah, man. But y'all know what it is, man. We about to go over to Men at Work, man. Men at Work. Y'all ain't got to go nowhere. You can stay right here for this binge-worthy content, man. I think Pimps Over Simps is going to be talking at, what are we talking about today, man? I think he says something of the matter of, let me see. He said accounting and money management seminar. It's Friday, so I guess we're going to do that then. See y'all in a second. Yeah, man. Yeah, all right. We over there then. Yeah.
Beat drop, slow, head nod, flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with boogeyman, ghost in the chain, locked in the game, never moved for fame. Old mountain lions run deep in the flame. Socket bought the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came fat boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Socket from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second was the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Second from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.